Okay, so if you're in software development, you know the feeling, right? There's this constant, relentless pressure to be fast. Fast to ship, fast to fix, fast to type. But here's a crazy thought. What if that obsession with speed is the very thing holding you back from becoming a truly great coder?
I mean, really think about that for a second. We're always told to go faster. But what if pushing for more and more speed is actually slowing us down? It sounds like a total paradox, I know, but we are going to unpack it right now.
You've seen it. For years, the tech industry has been kind of dominated by this, let's call it a cult of speed. You know the mantra, move fast and break things, ship constantly, worry about the mess later. And look, that has its place, for sure. But it's also created this culture where speed is often just flat out mistaken for competence.
And it's such an easy trap to fall into, isn't it? We see those developers who seem to type at the speed of light and we think, wow, that's the goal. We hear that furious keyboard clacking and equate it with productivity. But this core assumption that faster is always better, it's a myth. And honestly, it's a pretty dangerous one. And here's why it's so dangerous. Rushing isn't free, not by a long shot. There's a hidden and very, very steep price you pay for all that haste. It's a cost that you don't see right away, but it builds up over time, creating this massive technical and, well, mental debt. And these costs, they just compound. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. Rushing leads to more bugs, which, surprise, means you're spending more time debugging. It creates brittle, inflexible code that breaks the second you even look at it funny. You end up with this really shallow understanding of things, just copy-pasting solutions without really knowing why they work. And that constant pressure to go, 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 yeah, that leads straight to stress and burnout, every time.
Oh, man, this quote it hits home, right? I think every single developer out there has felt this exact pain. You have this burst of what feels like amazing productivity. You're just flying, only to spend the next 8 hours trying to untangle the spaghetti code you just created. That one fast hour literally just cost you an entire day. Ouch!
Okay, so if rushing is the problem, what's the solution? Well, it's this really powerful, kind of mind-bending idea known as the slow is fast paradox. I know, it sounds completely backward, right? But stick with me, because this is where it gets really interesting. This is one of the most important principles you can learn to seriously level up your skill.
And here's the absolute key. This is not about being slow just for the sake of being slow. No way. It's about being deliberate. It's about investing that time upfront in thinking, in planning, and in truly understanding the problem before you ever write a single line of code. That upfront investment, that is what's going to save you a massive amount of time down the road. Yeah, this chart just lays it all out, doesn't it? Look at the rushed approach. The main focus, speed of typing. How fast can your fingers move? Minimal planning. But then look at the time to debug, high. Now, flip over to the deliberate approach. The focus shifts entirely to the quality of your thinking. You spend significant time planning. And that last row, that's the punchline right there. Your time to debug, it's low. It just plummets. It's a direct, beautiful trade-off.
Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine you're building a house. You would never hire a construction crew that brags about pouring the foundation in 20 minutes, right? Of course not, because you know that a rushed foundation means a weak, unstable house that's going to fall down. Well, guess what? Code is exactly the same. Your initial planning and design, that is the foundation for everything else you're about to build on top of it. All right, so hopefully we all get the why now. So let's get practical. Let's get into the how. What does it actually look like to code deliberately in your day-to-day work? Well, it really boils down to 4 key steps that you can start practicing, like, today. Okay, step 1, deconstruct the problem. Break that big, scary task into the smallest possible pieces you can. It stops you from getting overwhelmed. Step 2, plan your logic. I'm talking pseudocode, a whiteboard diagram, whatever works for you. Just map out your path before you start walking down it. Third, and this is a big one, write for humans, not for the computer. Your real audience is the next developer who has to read this stuff, and that developer might be you in 6 months. And finally, number 4, test everything. And I mean really test it. Don't just check the happy path. Actively try to break your own code. Find those edge cases where it's all going to fall apart. You know, when you really start to adopt this deliberate practice, something kind of incredible starts to happen. You stop just closing tickets. You stop just checking boxes. You actually start building a craft. This is about playing the long game. It's about achieving true mastery.
And the payoff here is it's huge. You're going to move way beyond surface level knowledge into a deep, genuine understanding of the concepts. You'll start producing elegant, robust solutions that actually last. You'll achieve a sustainable, authentic kind of speed, the kind that comes from real expertise, not just frantic typing. And maybe most importantly, you'll find a much deeper satisfaction and pride in what you do every day.
So look, if you take just one single thing away from all this, please let it be this. It's a fundamental shift in mindset. The real measure of a great developer isn't the speed of your typing, it's the quality of your thinking. Your most powerful tool isn't your keyboard, it's your brain.
So, I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. When you sit down at your desk tomorrow, what's the one thing, just one, that you can intentionally, deliberately slow down on? Because that one small, deliberate act, well, it might just be the fastest way for you to grow.